And welcome back to another Bolt Action Battle Report from the Texas Bolt Action Group. We've got a really exciting game for you here today. I'm super stoked about this. Myself and Tyler Goodflower are going to run some Hungarians against a very large Soviet horde. And we're going to be playing the mission Frontal Assault from the WWPD website. Our idea is that the Hungarians have a trench line here in the mountain town. The Soviets have captured the town, and they will be trying to push out and uproot the Hungarians from the trenches. So we'll go over the lists just really quickly. I'm going to go over here to my Soviets. I brought a horde of inexperienced guys today. We've got a junior lieutenant, who I believe is a regular, 2 squads, veteran tank riders riding T-34s. We've obviously got the free inexperienced squad. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 squads of strap-bat units, which are all going to be shirkers, and a couple of them might be unarmed. I've got some artillery support for these guys. We've got 2 ZIS-3 divisional guns. I've got 2 guard squads that are regular that will be trying to give a little bit of support, and then obviously we had to bring a regular Katusha since they're going to be in trenches. We're going to go over here to Tyler's army and let him tell you what all he's running with. So Tyler, what do you got here today? By the way, this army looks amazing.
Thank you. Hey everybody, I'll bring in a regular second lieutenant who has a fanatic role. So, veteran mountain infantry section with NCO with SMG, same thing over here. Veteran medium machine gun, veteran mortar, a regular Panzerschreck, a 43mm Zerini 2, which has an medium assault gun, and a Nuremberger.
So you brought a lot of artillery as well.
Oh, yeah. And the other squad is a veteran first lieutenant, two Hungarian SMGs, three groups of border guards running as inexperienced.
That'll be these guys right here?
Yes. That you could tell by the chain rank.
Yeah, those guys are going out first.
They're going first. A heavy howitzer, which is converted Japanese medium gun.
Very nice.
And the infamous Nimrod.
Cool. Well, we are going to go ahead and set up half of our forces on our respective sides of the table, and then we will be back to show you where we deployed, and then we'll start the game. Thanks for watching. Okay, we've just wrapped up our deployment. We'll go over here and see what the Hungarians have done. Looks like he's put his machine gun in this bunker over here on his right flank. He's got a mortar team sitting over here in this at the end of this trench system. Tyler, you want to kind of run me through what these guys are here? I think these are the mountain troops that
These are the experienced border guards.
Okay.
They're my cannon fodder right now.
Okay.
Nuremberger on the left flank.
Okay. We've got the objective right there.
It's a HQ team.
Okay.
Obviously, the veterans are in back.
Okay.
We have Nimrod supporting the veterans, and then a heavy howitzer in the back of the camp.
And then he's decided to leave his other troops over here in reserve. We'll go over here to what I've got. I've got 2 strap-bat squads hanging out over here in the ruins, getting ready to jump over and charge. Another strap-bat squad in these ruins. I've deployed my inexperienced free squad over here behind this truck. Obviously I needed to deploy my artillery, so I've got a divisional gun looking down the line there at the bunker. I've got my Katusha, who can pretty much see the field, and then back here in the woods I've got this other divisional gun and 1 more strap-bat squad. So I've left my regular troops and my tank riders in reserve. Now, as far as the game we're playing Frontal Assault, which means that there are 3 objectives. This truck over here in this town, there's a Opel Blitz broken down out here in the middle of the battlefield, and then we've got the HQ objective over here behind the Hungarian lines. The goal is for both sides to try and control all the objectives. If we both control the same objective, then we just see how many men we killed, which means it could get pretty bloody. We've decided that the craters are going to be hard cover if you're in them, soft cover if you're up against them from the outside, and other than that, it's pretty much straightforward. We've got some hardcover rubble and soft cover woods, things like that. Not just a whole lot of cover in general. All right, well, we're going to unleash the hordes, and we'll be back after turn 1 to let you know how that went. And we are back after a vicious turn 1. Mostly vicious for the Soviets. As you can see here, their stronghold is pretty much in a shambles. So what happened was, Goodflower got the first die right off the bat. Fired the Neb over at a couple squads sitting over here. Managed to get 2 hits in a row, 2 sixes. The Shirkers take double the pins, so each of them got D3 pins. These guys were pinned 6 times, so I'm pretty sure they're already out of the game. There was another squad over here where this big cloud is now that was vaporized. They all 7 were killed with a hit, and we also took a hit on the free and experienced squad from Goodflower's heavy howitzer, which is sitting back here taking pot shots. So, opening salvo for the Hungarians. The Soviets tried to return in kind, firing the Katyusha. I fired at this trench system over here in the front and missed pretty much every shot. The Zis divisional gun decided to try and take a shot at the howitzer, missed, so he'll be hitting on a 5 on the next turn. My other divisional gun over here also tried to take a shot at the howitzer down the field and totally missed. So all the Russians' artillery missed, all the Hungarians' artillery was brutally effective. Other than that, we had some, obviously tried to rally some men. I put some men down. There was really nothing for me to do. Goodflower decided to go on ambush with everyone, so they're just kind of sitting there waiting. The Nimrod drove over the trench system, tried to take a shot at the Zis, missed, and we are going to be going into turn 2. The Soviet offensive has definitely been stalled due to the crippling artillery from the Hungarians, and we're going to play turn 2, bring in the reserves, and we'll let you know what happens. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. That was the end of turn 2. A little bit more happened here. So let's just start off with what happened first. We had a huge artillery barrage brought on by the Hungarians. It wiped out another squad, the inexperienced, the free and experienced squad that was hanging out behind this truck. They're now gone. This squad is still very pinned. But I've got my officer on the table. I tried to rally him. It didn't work this time, but hopefully at some point during the game we can get him rallied. We got our other 2 Strafbat squads to finally move out of their cover and start making their way across the field to the Hungarian lines. That triggered a couple of ambushes that resulted in no hits, so we're all good there. The Zis divisional gun over here in the woods fired landed a volley on top of the heavy howitzer, zeroing in on it, killing 3 men. Heavy howitzer passed its orders test, and actually it was after that they got it together to eliminate the free squad over here. Then the Soviets brought on their tanks, so we got the tanks that came on with the tank riders. They took shots at the Nimrod and missed both times, and then they took shots with their machine gun at the mortar, also missing both times. This tank took a hit from the Nimrod. It didn't penetrate, but it caused the tank riders to have to disembark and go down over here in this trench. We brought on a guard squad, which came on and took some more shots down the lines, also missed. And then we had a guard squad that ran on over here. Going over here to the Hungarian lines, Tyler brought on some of his reinforcements. He brought on this medium howitzer tank. and he brought on a couple of his veteran squads. He also shifted his vet squads from, they were hanging out in this trench, he moved them over here to the flank to start protecting it. And did you take any shots with the machine gun?
I tried shooting the tank troops, but it turns out you can't.
That's right, okay. So you just had them on ambush and never fired. The Nebel Warfer also took shots downfield, missed, thank goodness. And yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. So that's setting us up for a pretty good game. I was worried that we weren't going to get to see hordes of Soviets advancing across the field, but now it looks like we're going to, which is going to be really nice. So stick around for what I'm sure is going to be a very bloody turn 3. All right, welcome back to the bloody results of turn 3. I think the best place to start would be right here in the middle of the battlefield. The penal squads have moved up very bravely, and they've seized the middle objective, and they're holding out, although they're taking some serious Nebel Warfer fire and a little bit of fire from the trenches. Tyler decided to move out his mountain divisions so that they could try to seize the objective away from the Strafbat squads, and he took some shots, managed to put some pins on these guys, but the T-34 passed its orders test, moved up and fired down the lane. It was aided by this junior lieutenant that came up to kind of urge him on. After that, the tank riders jumped out of their hole and assaulted one of the mountain squads and eliminated it. So they have actually broken through and are now in the trenches, and the other mountain division squad is caught out in the open. Meanwhile, over here, oh yeah, we should definitely talk about this. The T-34 moved up, shot at the Nimrod, hit it, could not penetrate it, so it probably just scared the hell out of the crew, and opened up its machine gun on the mortar and didn't hit anybody. That mortar is now ranged in at 3 on the ZIS, the divisional gun, which actually decided to get its button gear and knock out the Nimrod. So the Nimrod's been taken out by the ZIS, but we were unable to kill the mortar that is ranged in on it now. Let's go over here. As you recall, there was a guard squad standing behind this tree. They assaulted the bunker, took out the machine gun that was in the bunker, but then was assaulted by these veterans and eliminated, and the veterans just reconsolidated back to the trench. So it's been a pretty bloody area of the battlefield. The heavy howitzer was taken out by the divisional gun that's in the woods, fired down the field, and finally got a direct hit on the howitzer and took it right out. So Tyler brought up some more of his troops, his reserves, tried to do a shot with the medium howitzer tank and missed, so that was unfortunate. He also took some shots with the machine guns, put some pins on the guards and the tank riders here. Tank riders tried to assault, failed their orders test, so they went down. And then, as you'll also recall, we have this Strafbat battalion who has not yet gotten it together. Their officers are sitting here kind of babysitting them, trying to get them to go. So we're going to play out turn 4, and we'll see if the Soviet offensive can break through the Hungarian lines, or if the Hungarians are going to throw them back into the motherland? I don't know. Okay, anyway, turn 4. Stick around. All right, so did I tell you that turn 3 was really bloody? Actually, turn 4 was even more bloody. I don't really know where we should start, but I guess we should start over here. Another assault with the couple of assaults, actually, the veterans moved up and went ahead and cleared out, or took some shots at this squad that was sitting out here in the open. Didn't manage to wipe them out, and they managed to move up and contest the objective with the penal battalion. So the penal battalion failed their orders test, went down. Obviously this one failed their orders test, went down. I moved the officer up to try and rally him, but couldn't quite get him to do it. I did manage to rally these guys, but only shed 1 pin. So they're still just kind of cowering back there, holding on. We moved the guard squad up from here. They assaulted the mortar, managed to take it out and occupy this area, but then were assaulted by this vet squad, so that was the second guard squad to go. The tanks moved up here, took a shot at the larger tank, missed, but went ahead and sprayed the mortar with machine gun fire and also missed, so that tank didn't do squat. This tank moved up, shot at the not the Nimrod, the howitzer tank, and missed again. So but then it fired with its machine gun, and I don't know if you remember, but there was a Shrek team standing there that is gone now. So that was good. Moving around here, Goodflower went ahead and moved up all of his Hungarians to the second line of defense here in the trench. They whittled down this squad here with some shots from the machine gun, the officer, and these other squads. The tank, the howitzer tank, took a shot back at the T-34 and missed, so not a lot going on there. The Zis divisional gun over here took a shot over here at the troops that were standing there, missed. Those are the guys that have moved up here to this trench. This divisional gun over here took a shot across the field at the machine gun, which is perched up there on that hill with no cover, and it scored a hit, but it didn't manage to kill anybody, so out of luck there. The Nebelwerfer tried to fire over here and missed, and the Katusha put in another battery downfield to this general area and also missed. So the situation is that the objective in the middle of the field is contested, and it's being held very tenuously by these strapped bat battalions who need to get their act together. And the other objective is being pushed, but Goodflower's got a lot of guys over here in these trenches, and the only squads that I have to try and take it are these two severely depleted veteran squads. So we will play turn 5, and we'll let you know how it goes. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to turn 5. A lot of stuff happened. So we're going to start here in the middle of the field with the middle objective. Tyler launched a Nebelwerfer attack on this officer who was just in range, and that ended up affecting all the surrounding squads. So wiped out a squad right here, but that didn't stop the officer from running up into the fray and providing his morale bonus to these shirkers, who very bravely ran around the truck and assaulted the last of the Hungarians, that squad, and ended up taking the objective back. So that's good. More assaults over here, the veterans that were in the trench. This is the last remaining survivor. They were assaulted twice. Twice they held, twice they won, wiping out 2 squads of Tyler's men. Actually, I think 1 squad and an officer team over here that assaulted. So that was good. Moved the officer, the junior lieutenant, up into the trench. The tanks rolled up the trenches, took more shots at the... Tyler, what is that tank called?
Zrini 2.
Zrini 2. One of them missed, one of them hit, but failed to penetrate. So it's still at large. We had a squad of veterans attack this squad right here and fail. So, oh, actually, no, they failed their orders test, and so they ran all the way back there. Sorry, so much stuff happened this turn. We had the officers take shots at the veterans and kind of miss. The veterans were in the bunker. They jumped out and ran up and now occupy this area. Oh, and yeah, we did manage to kill the NCO. And the NCO was killed in this squad of veterans as well. This lone survivor jumped out of the trench, rolled up here, took some shots at the Neb, got a hit, didn't kill anyone. So he is pressing for the objective. We've got the Zis guns, took shots. I believe one of them ended up taking out the machine gun up here on the ridge.
No, it was the Katusha.
Oh, the Katusha did that. Okay, so the Katusha shelled everybody. And let's just get a little shot of what that might have looked like for the Katusha here. Anyway, I'm having too much fun. So let's go around here to Tyler's side of the table. Tank tried to, again, to take out the T-34, missed. Or he hit him and put a pin on him. Good job. And then this squad right here had initially tried to fire. They failed their orders test, and they actually foobarred. So they had to retreat all the way back to the back. So we got a very tenuous hold again on the trench line over here. If Soviets can mount a successful attack, maybe they can take this last objective, but they just don't have a whole lot of stuff to do it with. So stick around for turn 6, what we think will probably be the final turn, and we will go from there. Okay, thank you. All right, we are back to turn 6. The game started off with the Nebel Warfare attack, another one, a smaller one. Took out the officer team, killed him, so he was unable to rally these guys. So of course they just went down, where they've pretty much been the entire game. These guys stayed put so that they could keep the objective. We returned in kind with a Katusha barrage of our own. Came across the field and took out his officer team, which was standing right there. They've been vaporized. Tried to take out the Zerini and the veteran squad, but couldn't quite get it done. So the tanks moved up. One tank came up on top of the trench, took a shot, hit the Zerini, could not penetrate. Another tank tried to do that, or tried to do the same, but failed its orders test, so had to come straight back and go down. So he is just kind of had a late game. I don't know what the word I'm looking for there. Fluke. Okay, so we pulled up the officers, took shots at the Neb, managed to kill one guy, I think. We had a veteran, this little guy right here. He pulled up, took a shot at the Neb, and killed everybody else, so the Neb's gone. Then we had this squad. Actually, I think this squad came and finished them off, so everybody took shots at the Neb and took it out. Tyler assaulted with his veteran squad that came around the corner and took everyone out, and we left that guy there just to kind of show the assault. He killed 2 of them and fought him down to a man, but now he's the last man standing and he's actually dead, so he's actually out of there. Let's see. Meanwhile, over here, the Zerini took a shot back at the tank. Failed to penetrate it, so it is just down. Had some shots taken with the guns here and didn't manage to do anything. So that is the end of turn 6, and we've actually already rolled a die, and we've determined that since this has been so bloody, we're going to go ahead and go to turn 7. We rolled a 6, so stick around, and we'll let you know how turn 7 turns out. I think I know how it's going to go, but we might as well play it out. And we just finished out turn 7 very quickly. Tried to knock out the Zerini, couldn't do it. It fired back at the T-34 and couldn't do it. The veterans attacked the last man holding the objective, so we took the HQ, and it was a glorious, glorious Soviet victory. So we hope you enjoyed this battle report. Please check us out on Facebook. Subscribe to the channel. We're hoping to kind of organize these eventually by theater and keep doing these themed games for you. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.